This is the 5-Minute Youth Devotional Reading with Alex Sarria.
February 28th. Too concerned. The seeds that fell among the thorns represent those who hear the message. But all too quickly the message is crowded by the cares and riches and pleasures of this life, and so they never grow into maturity. And the seeds that fell on good soil represent honest, good-hearted people who hear God's word, cling to it, and patiently produce a huge harvest. Luke 8:14 and 15. The therapist extended her arm, showing half a glass of water. She asked the room how much that glass of water weighed, and the answers whirled around 250 grams. The young doctor reminded them that she was not talking about absolute weight, but relative weight. Some didn't say much, but they had to accept that it depended on time. If they held it for a minute, it was little, but if they had to hold it for an hour, it was a lot. And it would be so much more should they stay in that position for a whole day. After the illustration came the application. Worries are like the glass of water. If you think about them for a while, nothing happens. If you think about them a little more, they start to hurt. And if you think about them all day, you end up feeling paralyzed and unable to do anything. I feel that to be a brilliant conclusion and very true. Many times we're so worried that we don't deal with the solving problems of life. Jesus said the same thing, but with an example taken from farming, and spoke of a sower who went out to sow. Some of his seeds fell among the thorns and were choked in that adverse environment. Christ speaks of how difficult it is to grow in the goal of being rich, just by thinking of pleasures, and moreover, he mentioned being too worried. Worrying too much speaks to us of lack of trust and insecurity. That attitude makes us unstable and weak in faith. True faith produces trust in God and constancy of character. The seed that falls on the good soil grows steadily and naturally bears fruit. And what we're called to be people who care just enough to advance in our spiritual life. Why is that? First, because we have someone to trust. God does not fail, therefore anxiety should not control our existence because it has no reason to be. Faith is, first and foremost, trust, and trust is not afraid of uncertainty. Secondly, because problems affect us, but they have solutions. Our worldview gives us a horizon where there is hope, and hope is the best way out of any tribulation. In short, set out to have an attitude of kindness and balance. Put yourself in God's hands and have the right concern for growth.